Hey, Baba here. Hope you're all having a great day. Today we're going to be making Nawabi Semai. Some people might know it as Nawabi Seviyan. It's a sweet vermicelli custard dessert, mainly eaten on special occasions like Eid. To make this dessert you need this type of vermicelli. Before you do that you're going to boil some milk and cool it down, and then just set that aside. Next we're going to fry the semai in ghee along with sugar and milk powder. So add 1.5 tablespoon of ghee and just let that melt. Ghee is going to make this dessert rich and impart a lot of flavour. I use ghee only for the special occasion dishes. Once the ghee is melted, we're going to add the vermicelli, and then we're just going to fry it until it changes colour. Just keep stirring it every now and again to make sure it doesn't burn. This recipe was actually inspired by a friend of mine. Every Eid I visit my friend's house. It's the first thing we do on Eid after prayers, and he would have a feast ready. And when I say feast, I'm talking about over 10 different items. There'd be about 3 to 4 different types of samosas, there'd be meat pulao, different sweet dishes. For me though, this was the star of the show. He introduced this about 4 or 5 years ago. When I took the first bite, it was just glorious. Sweet rich flavour of the custard along with the crispy vermicelli on top, and then you had the pistachio nuts as well. But since the pandemic started we've not been able to visit, so I tried making it for the first time last year and it turned out pretty good, and now it just turns out good every time. So we've added half a cup of sugar and we're going to add 2 tablespoons of milk powder. Now we're going to continue to fry it until it's all mixed in. Keep stirring it and mix it in. You want to keep frying it until you get it to this nice golden colour. We're then going to transfer this to a serving dish. You want to make sure it's big enough so we can spread half of the vermicelli across the dish. This is going to be the bottom layer. We then put custard on top of that and a bit more of the vermicelli on top. So we're going to get the milk that we boiled and cooled down earlier. We're not going to turn the flame on just yet, so on no heat we're going to add the following ingredients and stir that in. So the 2.5 cup of milk, adding in 2 tablespoons of custard powder, 2 tablespoons of milk powder and 2 tablespoons of cornflour. Half a cup double cream and half a cup sweet condensed milk. We don't need to add sugar to this as we're adding the sweet condensed milk. We call it double cream in the UK. If you're from the US you'll know it as heavy cream. The ready-made custard from supermarkets won't work with this recipe. What we're doing here is making a thick custard and it'll set nicely on the dessert. This dessert is actually quite simple to make. You don't need to bake it or chill it after it's made. You can also add 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence here if you want. The serving dish you're going to be using not only has to be wide enough, but it also has to be deep enough as well, so bear that in mind. So once all the ingredients are in, we're going to start stirring it. You'll find some of it stuck to the bottom, so just scrape that off. And we're still not turning the gas on just yet. Now that all the ingredients are mixed in, you can turn the gas on and you'll see it slowly start to thicken up. You want to get it thick and smooth. So this is the consistency you're after, which we're then going to pour over the first layer of the vermicelli. Make sure the first layer of the vermicelli is nice and evenly spread. We need to do that with the second layer as well. So spread the custard out, and you want to do this while the custard is still hot. It's going to smell really nice, guys. Don't be tempted to eat it. If you're looking for a dessert recipe to wow your guests, this is the one. It's such a delicious dessert, rich and decadent, and when we finish it and garnish it, it just looks the part as well. You can also make these in individual serving glasses. They actually look even better in those. So after we spread the custard on, I'm going to put the remaining vermicelli on top. Some people like to fully cover the custard layer. I like mine to show a little bit, so I do keep gaps. So just continue to sprinkle on top, and then we're going to add the pistachio. So this is just crushed salted pistachio nuts. So we're just going to spread that all over. Once you finish adding the pistachio, I'm adding gold leaf flakes. And again, I only bring this out on special occasions. It's obviously edible gold leaf flakes. They're very flaky, so you do want to use tweezers to put them on top. You only want to add these sparingly. You just want to put a nice shimmer and shine on top. Remember, it's got to taste good and look good as well. And that's it. I'm going to leave you with another dad joke. What's 300 meter tall and made of custard? The Trifle Tower. Remember to comment, like and subscribe. Thanks guys.